Good morning, all. So, we have taken the lesson, chapter 1, Life's Mysteries and Little Chambers. And today, we are going to discuss some questions related to this. So, it's already there in the textbook itself, which is the first one. Here, you can see what a compound microscope. Okay, you have to observe the compound microscope with the help of your teacher and identify the following parts and their use. So I gave now some details about this microscope, and I have shown a video also how it works. Okay, so next we have to find different parts of a compound microscope from this figure. So a figure is given here. You have to label the parts. What do you mean by labeling? Labeling means marking. Okay. Labeling means marking. Mark. These parts are marked with a line, and you have to give a name. Okay. Select the name from the following. So that's a work given for you. Listen. Which is the first part here? First part. This part contains lens, and we are observing the object through this part. It is near to the eye, isn't it? So we are viewing the object by means of this part. What is it? It is eyepiece. What is it? Eyepiece. So next one you can see here, this is coarse adjustment and this one is fine adjustment. These two adjustments are fixed on this part. When we are rotating the coarse and fine adjustments, the body tube that can move up and down. Forget what a clear vision. So these two parts, actually these are included, or these are belong to the part of a compound microscope which is known as what? Knob. Okay, which is known as knob. Then next one. What is it? What is it? This is an objective lens. Clear? This is an objective lens. So you can write it here. Objective lens means just near to the object. Then this is the flat surface on which the object is placed. And there are two things also to fix the object at correct place. Can you name this? It is stage and clip. What is it? Stage and clip. Next, just below the stage, there is an aperture, and this aperture that is regulated by this portion. What is it? Condenser. What is it? Condenser. Next, the last portion. This part, it is reflecting the sunlight. For example, if the sunlight is entering, it is getting reflected towards the condenser through the aperture. It reaches where? To the object, then to the objective lens. Objective lens magnifies that object size. Then through the body tube, it reaches the eyepiece. Then eyepiece also magnifying the object. Then we will see an enlarged object here. So which is that part? Reflecting sunlight and artificial light. Mirror. What is it? Mirror. So these are the common parts of a familiar parts are there now. So these are the parts of a microscope, compound microscope. Next, these all are already discussed in the textbook itself. Listen. Name the parts where lenses are fixed. Can you name those parts? There are mainly two parts. First one, eyepiece, and the second one, objective lens. Clear? Next. Look at this figure. Observe different parts of a plant cell. So this is a question, and you can see the plant cell here, plant cell. And your question that is in the next page, here, you are already familiar with the cell wall, cell membrane. Cell membrane can also be known as what? Plasma membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus, etc. What are the other parts you observed in the figure? List them. List ചെയ്യാന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ 1 by 1 ആയിട്ട് എഴുതുക കേട്ടോ. വെവ്വേറെ ആയിട്ട് 1, 2, 3 ഓർഡറിൽ എഴുതാം താഴെ താഴെ. ഇവിടെ you can see how many dots are there? 6 dots. So you have to find what? You have to find 6 points from here, 6 parts from here, isn't it? So let's discuss. Nucleus, it's already given now. Nucleus, cell membrane, cytoplasm, cell wall. That we already discussed. We have to name other parts. അതൊക്കെ ഒഴിച്ചു വെച്ചാൽ ബാക്കി ഏതാണ് വരുന്നത്? പാർട്സ് ഏതൊക്കെയാണ്? റൈബോസോം, endoplasmic reticulum, chloroplast, then vacuole, Golgi complex, mitochondrion. These 6 are the parts now. Clear? So these 6 are the parts of a of a plant cell. And we are moving on to the next. This is a question. Complete the illustration given below related to different kinds of organelles. Okay, so this is an illustration, isn't it? And we can call it as a flow chart, concept map. ഇങ്ങനെ എന്ത് ചോദിച്ചാലും ഇല്ലസ്ട്രേഷൻ, ഫ്ലോ ചാർട്ട്, കോൺസെപ്റ്റ് മാപ്പ് എന്ന് ഏത് രീതി ചോദിച്ചാലും ഇതൊക്കെ ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നത് ഒന്ന് തന്നെയാണ്. എന്ത് തന്നെയാണ് ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നത്? ഒരേ മീനിങ് ആണ്. ഓക്കെ, ഇങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യുന്നത്, ഇങ്ങനെ എഴുതുന്നത് തന്നെയാണ് നമ്മൾ ഫ്ലോ ചാർട്ട് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്, ഇല്ലസ്ട്രേഷൻ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. നമുക്ക് നോക്കാം, 1 by 1 ആയിട്ട് നോക്കാം. ദിസ് ഇസ് എ പ്ലാന്റ് സെൽ now. So we have discussed some other parts of a plant cell, like we can discuss it now. Let's discuss which is the first one. Vacuole. Vacuole. So 2 dots are given there. So write 2 important points on vacuole. Okay, this is a vacuole. Can you write 2 importance? Can you guess 2 points on vacuole? One is vacuole. They are storage sacs, isn't it? They stores water, salt, and what? Excretory waste. Then what's the second function? Not the second function. Second point about vacuole. They have a semi-permeable membrane called tonoplast, isn't it? And next one. So here you can see a structure. My question is it endoplasmic reticulum or Golgi complex? Endoplasmic reticulum ഇവിടെ കണ്ടതുകൊണ്ട് നിങ്ങൾ പറയും ഗോൾജി കോംപ്ലക്സ് ആണെന്ന്. തന്നില്ലെങ്കിലോ ഏതാണെന്ന് എങ്ങനെ ഐഡൻറ്റിഫൈ ചെയ്യാം? ഈ ഫിഗർ നോക്കുക. ന്യൂക്ലിയസിനോട് ചേർന്ന് കാണുന്നത് എൻഡോപ്ലാസ്മിക് റെറ്റിക്കുലാണ്. കുറച്ച് അകന്ന് കാണുന്നത് Golgi complex. Okay, so this is Golgi complex. Golgi complex. So what are the 2 points about the Golgi complex? First one, they store secretions in their vesicles. And second one, they are abundant in gland cells, isn't it? Gland cells ഒരുപാട് കാണാൻ പറ്റും അല്ലേ? ഈ 2 points ആണ്. Next. So we don't know the name of this organelle, but some hints are given here, like powerhouse, seen in plenty in liver, brain and muscle. Can you name this organelle? Powerhouse means they are producing and storing energy. Which is that organelle? Mitochondrion. Okay, mitochondrion. Next. As we know, this network-like structure that is found near nucleus, and that is network means reticulum. So that is known as endoplasmic reticulum. You have to write 2 points about the endoplasmic reticulum. Main points are എഴുതേണ്ടത്. First one, it is acting as a passage in the cell to transport materials. And the second one, which is the second point, it is also known as cytoskeleton. Cyto means cell. Skeleton means it is a network of bones. Okay, so you know that cell, they do not have what? Cells do not have bones. Okay, but we are just saying like that. Skeleton in cells. Means we know that, as we know, the skeleton in our body, they supports and they gives shapes to our body and face also, isn't it? Okay, so that is endoplasmic reticulum. It is also acting as a skeleton, as there is a skeleton in our body. It is supporting the cell and maintains the shape of the cell. That's it. Okay. You can see 2 subunits here, na? 2 subunits, a large one and large one and the smaller one. What is it? It is ribosome. Clear? Then what's the function of a ribosome? Protein synthesis. Then, can you see ribosomes endoplasmic reticulum? Yes. Ribosomes can be seen either on the endoplasmic reticulum or scattered in the cytoplasm. Is it? So, that's about what? That's about these all things. Okay. I said now everything. Next one. What is it? Have you understood the different parts of the nucleus and their functions? Now complete the table given below. So here this is a table showing part. How many parts are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 parts. Okay. Then what do you mean by peculiarity? Peculiarity means features. നമ്മൾ സവിശേഷത എന്ന് പറയും. പെക്യുലാരിറ്റി എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ എന്താണ്? സവിശേഷത. എന്താണോ പ്രത്യേകത അത്. 1 point that is enough. Okay. Only a single point is enough. നമ്മൾ നോക്കാം. We can start from the outside of nucleus. Okay. So which is the outer covering of nucleus? Nuclear membrane. So we can write this part here, nuclear membrane. Then, what's the function of nuclear membrane? It is a double-layered membrane that covers the nucleus. Okay, so what will you write here? Double-layered membrane covering nucleus. Next, second part. On the nuclear membrane, you can see small holes now. What are they? Nuclear pore. Nuclear pores are pores in the nuclear membrane. They help in the conductions of materials to and from the nucleus. So, nuclear pores. isn't it? So what's the function of nuclear pore? They conduct materials to and from the nucleus. So this is the second part. What's the peculiarity? The pores on the nuclear membrane helps in the conduction of materials to and from the nucleus. Next, we are moving to the inner side of nucleus. You can see a fluid there now. What's the fluid of a nucleus? Nucleoplasm, isn't it? What is it? It is nucleoplasm. It is the fluid part of the nucleus. Nucleolus and chromatin reticulum are seen here. Okay, so which is the third part? Nucleoplasm. What's the peculiarity? The fluid part of the nucleus containing nucleolus and chromatin reticulum. Next, the fourth part. We said about nucleolus now. So that's the next one. Central spherical body of nucleus. So here, nucleolus. Isn't it? Nucleolus. They are spherical bodies that play a major role in the synthesis of ribosomes. Isn't it? So, the fourth part is here now. Fourth part is nucleolus. Then, the spherical bodies helps to synthesize ribosomes. Next, the last one. Chromatin reticulum. This is the fifth part. They are seen as a network in the nucleoplasm. They carry genes. Okay, they carry genes. Clear? So that's a function of chromatin reticulum. Next one, let us assess. In let us assess, we are doing exercises. The first one, complete the concept map related to the structure of animal cells. So this is the concept map, isn't it? So this is the concept map. You can see the concept map here. I said now concept map, illustrations, flow charts. So everything, these three have the same meaning. ഇതൊരു ആനിമൽ സെല്ലാണ്. ആനിമൽ സെല്ലും പ്ലാന്റ് സെല്ലും പ്ലാസ്റ്റിഡും ന്യൂക്ലിയസും ഈ 4 ടൈപ്പുള്ള ഫ്ലോ ചാർട്ട്സ് നോട്ട്സായിട്ട് തന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ ഇത് അതിലൊരു ഫ്ലോ ചാർട്ടാണ് ഇപ്പോൾ തന്നിട്ടുള്ളത്. നമുക്ക് നോക്കാം. ആനിമൽ സെല്ലിൽ എന്തില്ല? സെൽ വോളില്ല അല്ലേ? അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ഏറ്റവും പുറമെയുള്ള കവറിങ്ങിലാണ് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് പ്ലാസ്മ മെംബ്രെയിൻ. ഇൻസൈഡ് ദ പ്ലാസ്മ മെംബ്രെയിൻ you can see protoplasm, the living substance in the cell, the whole content inside the cell, the whole substance inside the cell. 3 രീതിയിൽ പറഞ്ഞാലും അത് പ്രോട്ടോപ്ലാസത്തിനെ കുറിച്ചാണ്. Then the protoplasm can be divided into the nucleus and to the cytoplasm. Okay, here you have to write nucleus here, nucleus. Okay, then what are the parts of a nucleus? Here 1, 2, 3 and 4 boxes are given. And we have learned 5 parts. Isn't it? Nuclear membrane, nuclear pores. Then, but one thing, nuclear pores are seen on nuclear membrane. Isn't it? So, no need to add nuclear pores in these boxes. Only 4 boxes are there and 5 parts. But we know that one part that is extra, that will be nuclear pore. It is already on nuclear membrane, so we can skip it. Nuclear membrane. Inside the nuclear membrane, which is a fluid inside the nucleus, that is nucleoplasm. And which is a controlling unit of nucleus? Nucleolus. Which part of the nucleus has what genes in it? Chromatin reticulum, thread-like structure. Reticulum means thread. Next, then about cell organelles. So ribosome. Ribosome, that is a spherical body. It can synthesize proteins. Then which is the network-like structure, which is also known as cytoskeleton, that is endoplasmic reticulum. Next one, that is vesicles. A cell organelle with vesicles to pack and modify secretions, that is Golgi complex. Then after the powerhouse of the cell, mitochondrion. Then two organelles are there which are only present only in animal cells, like lysosome, the suicidal bags in a cell. Then after centrosome, which helps for the cell division. Clear? So these are now the concept map that is completed. Next one. Next one here. Question number 2. Roman letter 1. This is Roman letter 1. Identify the parts A, B, C, D, E marked in the cell. So which is A here? Look at the picture. Which is A here? A, that is green in color, can do photosynthesis, that is, it is chloroplast. And which is B, powerhouse of the cell, can be called as mitochondrion. Next, C, where is C? This is C, na? This is C. C means it is near where? Near the nucleus. It is a network-like structure. You can call it as endoplasmic reticulum, isn't it? Is it endoplasmic reticulum? You can see a network-like structure, na? Okay, a network-like structure can be seen here. One minute. This is endoplasmic reticulum. Then after D, means you can see a large vacuole here. E, which is E, nucleus. നമ്മൾ അതിൽ ന്യൂക്ലിയോപ്ലാസം എന്നോ ന്യൂക്ലിയോലസ് എന്നോ ഒന്നും എടുത്ത് പറയണ്ട. കാരണം സെൽ ഓർഗനൽസിൻ്റെ കൂട്ടത്തിൽ പറയുമ്പോൾ ഒരു ഓർഗനലായിട്ടാണ് ന്യൂക്ലിയസിനെ കൺസിഡർ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ ന്യൂക്ലിയസ് എന്ന് മാത്രം പറഞ്ഞാൽ മതി. ന്യൂക്ലിയസിൻ്റെ പാർട്സ് ചോദിക്കുമ്പോൾ മാത്രമേ ഡീറ്റെയിൽ ആയിട്ട് നമ്മൾ ഇപ്പോൾ ഇത് പോയിൻ്റ് ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്നത് എവിടെയാണ്? ന്യൂക്ലിയോപ്ലാസത്തിലാവാം, ക്രൊമാറ്റിൻ റെറ്റിക്കുലത്തിലാവാം. പക്ഷേ നമ്മളിത് അവിടെ പറയണ്ട, ഇവിടെ ന്യൂക്ലിയസ് എന്ന് മാത്രം പറഞ്ഞാൽ മതി. നെക്സ്റ്റ്, റൈറ്റ് ദ ഫങ്ഷൻ ഓഫ് ദ പാർട്സ് ഡിനോട്ടഡ് ബൈ ദ ലെറ്റേഴ്സ് ഗിവൺ ബിലോ. ഏതെല്ലാം ലെറ്റേഴ്സാണ് തന്നിരിക്കുന്നത് ഇവിടെ? ഇവിടെ തന്നിരിക്കുന്ന ലെറ്റേഴ്സാണ് എ, ബി, സി. അപ്പോൾ ഇവിടെ എ നോക്കിയാൽ എ എന്താണ്? ക്ലോറോപ്ലാസ്റ്റ്. അതിൻ്റെ ഫങ്ഷനാണ് എഴുതേണ്ടത്. എന്താണ്? It can perform photosynthesis. Then which is B, mitochondrion. Okay, it synthesizes and stores energy. Next one, C, which is C, endoplasmic reticulum. It is acting as a passage inside the cell. Then Roman letter 3. In which part of the cell are genes found? Where can you find the genes? You can find genes inside the nucleus and inside the network-like structures seen in the nucleus. It means you can see genes inside chromatin reticulum. Then two extended activities are there. Just read this and perform those extended activities. Fine. These two activities. Clear?